Hi, I'm Zach Rakitic. I am lead/rhythm guitarist and lead vocalist in Daydreamers.
I am Daniel. I am the lead guitarist for Daydreamers. I've been playing guitar for about 6.5 years now, and recently joined Daydreamers, and I've been with them for about 8 months. As a person, I guess I'm a little laid back and just like the adult of the group.
I've been playing guitar since I was about 6 years old. I only started wanting to actually play when I was about 12 years old. Music has been a part of my life since forever. You know, it starts with, you know, someone like Elvis to Kiss, and then evolves to other bands like Metallica, Megadeth, Green Day, etc, etc. I wanted to start a band at the start of high school. The band I was in at the start of the high school didn't have as much passion as I had, so I developed it into a band outside of school, and over the past year and a half it's sort of become where we are now.
Hey, my name's Nick Dordovic. I'm the drummer for Daydreamers. That's about it.
Hi, my name's John Rakitic, and I'm the bass player of the Daydreamers.
I try to be like a bit of a, you know, pick everyone up, because especially being in a band with a bunch of other people, things can get stressful, so try and keep the mood pretty light. Me as a person, I'm just drum guy, I suppose. It's really my passion at the moment.
I try to be like the guy that shouldn't be there in the band, the one that should really leave but chooses not to because he has nowhere else to go.
Pull that off pretty well.
What?
That's really just my luck. I wanna believe that you actually give me a chance.
There's a different side to us when we go on stage, you know. From like, in rehearsals we usually just really pulled back a little bit, you know, you're trying to work on songs, but the moment we hit the stage we are just something else, you know.
My larrick and angry personality, I guess, comes from this sense of I want the crowd to feel the way I'm feeling at that moment. I want the crowd to feel like they should headbang with me, like, you know, I'm up there like smacking these strings, and I want them to feel like they're in the moment with me as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's bands that'll face the wall, and I think that's totally wrong, because then you're not connecting with the audience. And the goal is to, you know, make the audience feel like they're up on stage as well. You definitely have to have a switch, you know, you can't be a maniac all the time, you know. Otherwise you will become a maniac when you sleep. We're pretty, besides Nick of course, we're pretty laid back, but we'll still, you know, be goofy and all that. I'm pretty dumb sometimes as well. We all are, we all have goofy personalities, it's just that when we're on stage, we cut loose, you know. In this local scene, of course, you know, there's going to be bands that find it difficult and stuff, because there isn't many people turning up to the shows because you're not as well known as you'd like to be. But you have to make your own fun, and I think that's where bands become more well known.
Being in the band, like, before this, I wasn't really in a band at all, so really all the shows and stuff for local band scenes are just like playing, and especially if you get the odd people that like are in wherever you're playing that are actually enjoying what you're playing. It's a real good feeling. For now, the local scene's real good because not only is it pretty nice community, but everyone, they just help out always, because with other bands that are starting up and just doing gigs like we are, they know what we're going through and they're always there to help, just like we're always there to help them.
Hopefully in the near future we develop a small fan base in Melbourne, so that eventually bigger crowds start coming to our shows, and it becomes even more fun, and it just slowly develops from there. Hopefully we can have the ability to tour around Australia, and hopefully one day tour overseas, just to get our music out there and have fun, as many places as we can and as many people can enjoy it. The EP is a collection of my first attempts at music. There's Daniel's contributions, like Eyes Wide Shut was an instrumental written by Daniel. The rest was pretty much by me. My favourite songs, it's very difficult to answer. I like Insecure, Ego, and Lucky Song
Lucky Song's cool,
a
yeah.
lot. Lucky Song was about a best friend of mine who passed away at the end of 2015, and the intro of the song is actually his song. He wrote that intro, and from looking at footage, I learnt the song by what he was playing, and that was sort of like my homage to him and his family, so that's probably one of my favourite songs. Of course, the first attempt, you're not going to get the music to sound exactly the way you want, and some people can point that out and it's evident in the music, but I'm proud of it. It's our first step and I'm happy what we accomplished.
What is Daydreamers? It's sort of a state of mind, even though that sounds ridiculous.
Just, you're creating sound with all these different instruments, Who'd have thought, a bunch of wires slapped on wood would create such something so moving, and that's what music is all about, I think. And we're having an attempt at doing the same as previous musicians have done, but giving our own personal spin and telling our own stories. That's what Daydreamers is.
Really just my luck.